The Lionsgate Portal is a powerful opportunity to manifest your biggest dreams. We are right in the energies now of the Lionsgate Portal of 2026. And I want to take you through how you can use this to your best advantage. I'm going to talk a little bit around the Lionsgate Portal, why it matters, why it's different this year, 2026 in particular, and why it's part of a bigger picture that's building up. So, I'm Sonia Davies, spiritual advisor, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please do, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you've been around for a while, then thank you for being in my world. I genuinely appreciate you being here. So, Lionsgate. There is a lot talked about Lionsgate, and it's been a powerful date for a long time. I want to talk to you a little bit about what it means, why it matters, and then most importantly, how you can use it for your advantage and to manifest the life and the things that you truly want. So let's dive in. What is Lionsgate for a start? Well, Lionsgate happens on the 8th of August. It's the 8th day of the 8th month. So it's the 8/8 portal. Now, every year, portal days happen every month, whether that's, 1/1, 2/2, 3/3, etc., every single month. Some of these are more powerful than others. And the potency of the portal days has been increasing over the last few years as well, as we're going through this process of ascension, the move to new earth, whatever you want to call it, awakening. More people are coming into the truth of their power. So the 8/8 portal, the Lion's Gate, is probably it's one of the two most powerful in the year. The other one is the 11/11 portal, 11th of November. We can talk about that another time, but the Lion's Gate is the opportunity for pure potentiality. It's a really powerful time to manifest. Now, I know I've seen questions from people recently around, why is the 8/8 portal? Why is it not October? Because Oct is the Oct of the 8th month, as used to be, the Gregorian calendar and all of that. I'm not here to talk about the changes that happened in the past with the imposition of the Gregorian calendar and how that changed the way we use the months and all of that. And I know some people get very caught up on that, and that's fine. The reason a portal works, the reason the portal matters, is because in consciousness, in humanity, those of us who work with these energies decide that it matters. And therefore, collectively, we build and create the energies that means it does matter. So this is not about the semantics of the technicalities around what the names are of the months and how they all changed and how it's not the original Egyptian calendar and all of that. You can go into that if you want to, but the reality is energy is created by intention. You are a powerful creator and your energy matters. And the more people put energy into something, a portal day like the Lionsgate, like the 8/8 portal, the more energy that creates, which means the more impact it has. So it becomes self-serving, and that's okay. I'm not here to take you down a rabbit hole of analyzing whether it's the right thing or not. That's not what this is about. I am here to say this is a powerful, energetic time. There's also the astrology of it. So I will say, if you've been around a while, you'll know you've heard me say this a lot. I am not an astrologer. I am, however, a very avid follower of astrology, and I use it personally a lot. For me, as an energy worker, which is primarily what I am, I work with energy. Astrology gives me a map to follow and to make sense of the energies that I feel. It's interesting that I always feel the energies first and then look at the astrology and go, oh, okay, that makes sense of what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing. That's how I use astrology. But like I say, I am not an astrologer and I'm not pretending to be. I follow a huge range of different astrologers. There are many, many incredible astrologers out there, some of whom I'm connected with personally, some of whom are just people that I follow because they're amazing, like, I don't know, Pam Gregory, Molly McCord, Heather Ensworth, many, many people. I take input from all of them and I run it through my own energetic filter. And I know that the astrology of this month, so this is August 2026, is particularly potent. And that energy is supporting the potency of this Lionsgate portal. And the big news for me, the one that I'm really focused on, more even, I'm going to say even more than Lionsgate itself, is the date that the Lionsgate portal closes, which is the 12th of August, because that's a solar eclipse. It's a new moon in Leo, and it's a total solar eclipse. I'm here in the UK. I don't know where you're watching this from. Do come and say hi about it. Come and let me know in the comments where you're watching this from. I would love to know. Here in the UK, it's going to be round about a 90% solar eclipse. So it's not quite total, but it's going to be pretty impressive. The big one is 2027, 2nd of August 2027. That's going to be the really big one. I'll come back to that in a bit. So this Lionsgate portal, which we are already in as I'm recording this, it's already the 4th of August as I'm recording this. The Lionsgate portal is open. Imagine it like a doorway into a room. That door is open now, and it's open until the 12th. This is a really, really powerful time. We have just come through July with all of its incredible energies, and we're all still integrating those. And those were not a once and done. Those were the starting points of some of the energies that are carrying on for quite a long time. We've got Pluto in Aquarius right now, and that is going to be impacting us for a very long time. There are so many energies happening, and we are seeing the beginning of new things. Now, I do not watch the news, I don't watch populist media, but there is a lot going on in the world right now, whether that is politically across the world, whether that is climate-wise on our planet, the changes that are happening to our planet, earthquakes, volcanoes, whether that's solar flares hitting our planet. Honestly, the level of solar activity right now is unprecedented. And that's having a really big impact geomagnetically on our planet. Gaia herself is upgrading right now. And as a species, we are at a choice point as humans. That's what these energies are all about. It's all about what choices are you making. Now, I'm recording this, as I say, on the 4th of August, and I've been out this morning. I'm recording it in the afternoon, and I spent this morning with a fabulous group of people, and we were talking about how can you not feel hopeless when you see things like wildfires, for example. That's just one example. I don't want to name too many things because I don't want to bring that energy in here. But when you see things happening, whatever those things are, how do you avoid that sense of hopelessness and feeling like, but what can we do? Have we pushed it? Oh my goodness, that doom and gloom and despair. And actually, it comes down to you. You are a powerful creator of reality. You have the choice. What choices are you going to make right now, right here, inside this Lionsgate portal? This is a whole new reality we are building right now. We are jumping through timelines. We are moving through changes that we are going to look back on in 5, 10, 15, 20 years' time and go, that's when it changed. That's the summer it changed. 2026 was when it all changed. If you look back at history, the French Revolution is epitomized by that one date, the 14th of July, where the peasants stormed the Bastille and ripped out all the luxury and riches because the peasants were starving. And the aristocracy at the time in France was living in luxury. And they went, no, no more. But that was the moment it started. But that revolution and the restructuring of France's society from a monarchistic one to a republic one didn't happen on that one date. But that was the moment it changed. And then the reform happened gradually over a period of a few years, actually. But they celebrate that date as the date that it all kicked off, it all changed. That's what's happening now. The changes that are being made right now are not coming from a great big, everything changes on this date. It's not that fast. It's not that explosive, but it is in the little changes that you make as an individual that says, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be part of that system anymore. I'm not going to sit with that conditioning anymore. And that's what this portal is all about. This is a time to really lean into what you believe. What matters to you? Now, there's another layer to this, and I don't want to dive too deep into this because I'll be here for hours, and that's fine. If you want to have a conversation about going deeper into this, please do reach out to me. We can do it one-to-one. I'm very happy with that. You can book a free expansion audit with me, and we can talk about what that means for you individually. The link for that is below this video. But we all have the opportunity to say, I'm not going to pay attention to the conditioning. I'm not going to believe the things I've been told about this is how the world works. And I'm going to start listening to me. I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm going to listen to what matters to me. When I stop worrying about what other people think, how other people will be impacted by my choices, when I let go of the conditioning, and like I say, doing that is a deep thing, and I don't want to dive into that area in this video, but do reach out to me, book an expansion audit if you want to go there, because that's a really powerful way to unlock your conditioning and begin that process. So when you make choices about what you want, what you really want, that's when you start to change the world. Because you can't change the world around you unless you start changing your own personal reality. Revolution happens, I don't believe it happens with placards and waving banners and shouting and screaming, because that's the energy of the old system we're all trying to get away from. I believe revolution happens when every single one of us makes choices that are in our own highest good. And genuinely, this isn't about being selfish to the exclusion of not caring about others. This isn't about lack of compassion, but this is about knowing that the things you want, the dreams you have, are only there because they're available for you. And it's okay to give yourself permission to be allowed those dreams to come true. When you allow yourself to believe in your dreams and not feel bad about having them in the first place, or am I even allowed to want that? Yes, yes, you are. That thing you want, yes, you're allowed to want it. If you weren't allowed to want it, you wouldn't want it in the first place. And here's the other thing. The things that you want are unique to you. And that's perfect. We are all unique, fabulous individuals having a human individual experience. Celebrate that uniqueness. You do not need to want the same thing that your parent, friend, partner, child, whoever wants. You're allowed to have your own dreams, and they are allowed to be different. And you can still hold compassion for everyone else at the same time. Believe me, I am living proof of this. I have been there. I was the ultimate people pleaser until I did the work and I came out of it, and and that's the work that I do now with my clients as well. Helping me, I came out the other side and I realized that actually when I put me first and I focus on my dreams, the people I love around me actually get more from me than when I used to sacrifice myself first, put them first, sacrifice myself for the sake of them because I was worried what would happen to them if I didn't. Since I put me first, they get more. They're delighted. It's powerful, and I am living proof of that. And if you don't believe that, come and talk to me, because genuinely it's powerful and it's very real, and I am living proof of it. So let's keep talking about these dreams. When I talk about dreams and the things that you want, the goals that you have, and when we talk about manifesting, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm using that word because it's one that people know. It's not one I'm a fan of myself. However, we'll use it for the sake of this because I know a lot of you relate to that term. So we'll use manifesting, and I might talk a bit later about why I don't use that term. We'll talk about manifesting for this. Manifesting for me is just how do you make those dreams your reality? So the thing that you really want, what is it that you really want? I mean, really, what do you really, really want? I'm talking the kind of thing that you lie awake at 4 a.m. when everyone else is sound asleep and you let yourself dream and imagine it's happening. You never tell anyone about. That's the dream. That thing you've always wanted to do, but never dared. Circumstances haven't allowed. What is it? What is it you really want? And it can be anything. Anything at all. There's an exercise that I do with my clients sometimes, and I do it in my expansion portal, which is my group program. And we did this just last month, actually, not that long ago. If you won, say, the lottery, all right, this is a hypothetical situation, all right? You may or may not play the lottery. I know I don't, but hypothetically, you win an obscene amount of money on the lottery. Euro Millions, you win £100 million or something equivalent, something that means you never, ever need to think about money again, ever. You never need to worry about it. And after you've settled down and you've done all the things and you've bought your dream house and you've got your cars and you've got had your holidays and you've bought everyone else's whatever it is you do, right? Okay. You've had that period of like, woohoo, and dealt with it. You never need to worry about money again. I want you to get a piece of paper and write a list of all the things that are important to you. If money is not on that list, money doesn't need to be on that list. What are all the things in your life that matter to you? What's important? Now, again, conversation I was in this morning, we talked about how would you spend your time? And that's okay. You can look at that as well. That's part of it. How would you spend your time? But actually, I prefer to go a bit deeper with that. And what is important to you? What matters? Write that list. This is my invitation for you to go and do that at some point after you watch this. Write that list. What's important to you? When money and the day-to-day dealings of things aren't important. Imagine yourself in that place. You've won the Euro Millions. You've got £100 million in the bank. You never need to think about money again. What's important to you? When you've written that list, okay, so what are you going to do next? Have a look at what the things are on your list that you've already got. And then celebrate that fact. My goodness, we don't celebrate ourselves enough. Celebrate all the things that are on there that you already do. And the things that aren't on there that you don't already have access to, or you don't already do, or spend your time on, or however you want to build it for you. And by the way, on my list, when I do this, I have some really, really big things, but some really, really little things as well. Being able to go for a walk in nature whenever I want. That's important to me. There are big things, there are little things. So it doesn't matter. Don't judge what's on the list. But things that you don't already have that are on that list, how can you start to bring those in? How can you start to tap into the energy of those? If there's a hobby that you would love to do more of, but you don't have time at the minute because you've got to work, you've got to pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. Right, in this scenario, you don't have to worry about money. How can you, if that hobby is on your list, whatever it is, maybe you want to take up knitting or I don't know, whatever it is, go snowboarding or something. How can you bring the essence of that into your life now? Bring the energy of that into your life now. What matters to you? This is not about analyzing how you spend your time. This is about tapping into the energy of the things that you really want, the things that are important to you. So let's bring that back full circle, back to manifesting with this Lionsgate portal, because this is such a powerful time to manifest. It's huge. An 8, Lionsgate is the 8-8. 8 on its side is the infinity symbol. Infinity. Do you know what infinity means? Infinity means limitless. It means anything is possible. Anything at all. There are no limits. And before you sit there, and I can hear you thinking now, oh yeah, but it's all very well for you, but I've got this and this. Of course there's limits. I've got this to do and I've got that. And hang on a minute. Hear me out. Come back to that list of what's important to you. Really important. When you take away the pressure of the money, what matters to you? What's important to you? What's the dream you have at 4 a.m. when everyone else is asleep that you don't tell anyone about? What do you secretly wish you could do? Now, this is not about, right, that's it. I'm going to sell my house, leave my family, leave my kids, or go off traveling. Now, look, if that's your thing, carry on. Okay, you do you, right? You get to choose. That's the point. But if what you really want to do is go traveling, but you can't because you've got bills to pay, a business to run, and kids to look after, or whatever it is, okay, how can you bring an essence of that travel into your life now with the bills to pay and the business to run and the kids to look after? How can you bring the essence of that? That's where this portal comes in. Because when you boil it down, the essence is not about, I want to go traveling. I want to invite you to go a step further. And we're going to do this. We're actually going to do this now. All right, let's do this together. So what is the thing that you really, really wish you could do? Whether or not you feel you can or not, what's the one thing you really, really want? And if you had no commitments at all, what would you do? How would you be? What's the thing? So if it is, I want to go traveling, I want to just be free to stick on a backpack, jump on a plane and go wherever I want. Okay, fine. If that's your thing, great. It's not my thing, by the way. I'm using this as an example. Okay. So let's let go of the thing itself. The travel. I want to jump on a plane. I want to walk to the airport, throw down my cash and travel first class wherever in the world I want to go. I want to be random and free. Okay. Imagine for a moment you can. Just go with the imagination a moment. Imagine yourself in that sensation, in that scenario, right? And adapt this for whatever your dream is that currently feels out of reach for you. Maybe it's a small goal. It doesn't have to be life-changing. It can just be a little thing that you really, really want, but you have no idea how to make happen. It could be if you run a business, you want to get to 10K months or something. I don't know, random figure plucked out the air. And for you, it's like, "Oh, I can't, I'm not that. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it." That's okay. Take a moment. Do it. Let's do this right now. Let's do this right here, right now. Take a moment. Put one hand on your heart. Either hand, it doesn't matter. Whichever feels right to you. One hand on your heart. And just gently close your eyes. And just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Let's do a third time, just because we can. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Now just focus on the area underneath your hand, your heart area. And I want you to bring into your imagination that dream that you were just thinking about, that we were just talking about, whatever it is for you. There are no limits here. This is imagination. And I want you to imagine yourself at that moment where you're doing that thing that you've always wanted to do. Turning up to an airport, slapping down a card on the desk and going first class to there just because that's the flight. See where it takes me. Or someone handing you 10K in cash for your business that month. Whatever it is, anything at all. Just imagine that actually happening. Be in that moment. It's actually happening right now. And as you sit there with that now, I want you to ask yourself, how does that feel? Tune into your heart. What's the emotion? What's the feeling you get as you do that thing? It could be anything. It could be a sense of space. It could be a sense of joy. It could be the sense of freedom. It could be delight. You could be laughing. What's the feeling you get? Lock that in. Remember that feeling. That's what this is about. Remember that feeling. And now, let's manifest that. Let's do this live now. You've still got your hand on your heart. You've still got your eyes closed. You're feeling that feeling. And I want you to say out loud, if you can, universe, higher soul self, angels, guides, team in spirit, I create this reality. Take a deep breath in. Feel this feeling. And as you breathe out, let it go. Higher soul self, team and spirit, beings of 100% pure love and light, I create this reality. I create this reality. I create this reality. Feel that feeling. Thank you, universe, for this incredible experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I release any blocks that hold me back from achieving this. I release any blocks that hold me back from achieving this. I release any blocks that hold me back from achieving this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just take another nice deep breath in and out. And you can open your eyes and let your hand drop. You are a master creator. The key to manifesting and turning your dreams into reality is not in how do I do it? It's in how do I feel when it's happened? And that's what you've just locked in with the universe. That's what you've just asked your guides to help you with. You've just made a declaration to the universe of what it is that you want. Now, you can do this as many times as you like. You can take this and play with it and make it your own. And I'm aware you're watching this right now and you might be going, oh yeah, but I want to go and write my list first and that's fine. That's a little exercise you can do as often as you want. But the key to it is not how do I do it? It's in this is how it feels when I have. Because then it's a frequency, then it's an energy, and you are asking the universe, your guides, whoever, And by the way, when I say universe, you can use God, source, the divine, whatever works for you. I've used my words because it's me and you're watching me, but put your own words in. It's fine. Play with it. There's no perfect way to do this. There's only what's right for you. But the essence of this, above and beyond anything, is it's not about how do I make it happen? It's in this is how it feels when I have done it, when it has happened. And you have asked the universe to make that frequency happen. And then what do? You let it go. Don't try and focus on how. Let the universe take care of that. One of the things I've been getting a lot recently, and if you've watched my channel messages at all on here on YouTube, if you've been following them for a while, you'll know there's been a real theme recently about surrender and about letting go of trying to control how things happen. Don't try and control how things happen. The goal setting, the manifesting, comes from the feeling and the frequency of what it is you really want and why you want it. How does it feel when you've got it? What is it you want? Where's the dopamine hit here for you? And it might be, just to say, I want to put a little disclaimer on some of the things I've been saying. It could be financial, by the way, and it's okay to want that as well. All right. I said, imagine your list of what's important if money isn't an object. But money can be important to you as well. That's not taking away from, for some people it is, for others it's not. And that's okay. There is no one judging you. In fact, literally no one judges you apart from you. That's another conversation for another day. But I want to give you permission right here and right now not to judge yourself for anything that you want. You only want it because it's right for you. When it comes from your heart, not your head, not going, what ought I to have? Oh, well, I ought to have that thing for my child because that's what they really want. So I should ask for that. No, 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 no. This is about you. Consider this your permission to focus on you. 100%. What do you want? And then tap into the feeling that you get when you have it. That's what you want. That's how you manifest, and then let go of how it happens. You've put the request out there. So many times my guides have told me, if you try and control how, you actually block the possibilities that are available to you. Because actually the thing that you've just asked for might come in a way you're not expecting. There may be another way for you to have that feeling, that frequency that isn't about you going and handing over a limitless credit card at the airport and booking a first class flight to wherever you want to go. You may actually find that feeling comes from something else. What you've locked in is the feeling, the frequency of what you want. And it may show up in other ways as long as you don't try and control the process. Let the universe control the process. That's the important part of this. That's the most important part of this. The other important part of this is that it comes from your heart and not your head. And that comes from you believing that you deserve the things that you want, because you absolutely do. You really do. I've seen so many forms of evidence that you are only given dreams because they are yours to have, and you can create them in your reality. I know this absolutely in the core of my being. You are a powerful creator and you have just made magic there. Let go of how it happens. I don't keep checking in with the universe either. Well, come on then, where's my ticket? When am I going to the airport? No, 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 no. Tune into that feeling. trust. There's a lot of trust with this one, and it's powerful. Now, I mentioned that 2026, this portal, particularly with that solar eclipse on the 12th. Had to check my calendar there for a minute. On the 12th, I forgot the number. I know it's Wednesday next week. Remember the number. That is going to be around about 6:35 p.m. That's UK time, wherever you're watching this. Adjust for your time zone. And that is going to be such a powerful moment. It closes the Lionsgate portal, but it opens the new possibilities. And what I want to say is the more you manifest with this Lionsgate portal from now until the 12th, and the 8th is the most powerful day to do this work. Have a ceremony, sit in meditation, do the powerful things. Be very intentional with how you spend the 8th. I really want to say that. Up until the 12th, when the portal closes, you have the opportunity to manifest literally anything you want. And this is really amplified this year. And be willing to let go of things that will be in your way to allowing that to happen. Here's the other thing with this. This eclipse portal that's coming up, and this is channeling through live right now, and I don't normally do this, but I'm going for it. This eclipse portal, which is from the solar eclipse on the 12th up until the lunar eclipse on the 28th of August, this eclipse window, it's almost like, I know how I'm getting this. It's like now is when we set this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest. This is what my feeling is that I want to achieve. Thank you, universe, for creating that. We let that go. We let it be out there. The window between the 12th, the solar eclipse, and the 28th, which is the lunar eclipse, which is the eclipse portal, is when we jump through timelines and we let go of things. I think there's going to be a lot of letting go in that 2-week window. That's interesting. This is coming through very live and very channeled right now. There's going to be a real process of letting go of anything that's going to get in the way of making that manifestation, that dream, whatever it is you've just locked in, making that happen. So if you are getting in your own way because you've got something in your life or a limiting belief or I don't know, even physical things in your home that are energetically holding you back from that dream you've got being real, that eclipse portal is going to be when those things start to disappear. Expect the unexpected, I'm getting. I don't know how that's going to play out. But expect the unexpected, be open to miracles is what I'm really getting. Be open to miracles. That's really interesting. I'm going to go away and process that one now. I'm literally just like, oh, okay, that's going to be fun. Anything could happen. Focus on you. Set your intentions now. Put that out there to the universe. Set your goal. Ask, make the request. Feel the feeling of how it feels. Release the how. Let the universe then, between the 12th and the 28th, clear out the things that are in the way of you making that happen. That's going to be really interesting. And by the way, I'm getting nudged to say, if you want help with that, let me know, because energy clearing is absolutely one of my primary things I do. That and trauma healing and mindset shifting and things like that. And just as an aside, when I say trauma healing, I really do not go back into not digging around in the trauma. Ugh. No, we don't need to do that. We can get rid of trauma in instant, in different ways, depending on what you need, if you need it. You are human, therefore traumatized, by the way. So we all carry it, myself included. I had a very happy childhood, but I still carry trauma from it because we all do, and previous lifetimes. So if you want help with that, again, book an expansion audit. That's always the best way to start with me, because it's a real experience into my world and how I can help you and how I can unlock you with my gifts and channel messages and things along the way. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but I was nudged to drop that in there. And I suppose it is my YouTube channel, isn't it? And I'm here running a business, so here we go. Yeah, expansion portal is always the first way. Or just drop me a message. Just drop me a message. The reason, so let me come back to why this year is so powerful. And I was guided to not bring this in till the end, and we are going to wrap up with this. I'm aware this is a long video. 2027 has some other really interesting energies going on, but in particular, I'm feeling into the solar eclipse of 2027, 2nd of August 2027, because that one's going to be a total solar eclipse. This is 90% here in the UK anyway. It's going to be total. It's going to be more powerful, and it's going to last a long time. I saw somewhere, and I'm afraid I'd credit them. I really can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, my ADHD part of my brain doesn't always remember details like that. I apologize if that was you. But anyway, I saw something recently, and they were talking about how I think next year, 2027, is going to be one of the longest eclipses in over 100 years. And it's the longest eclipse that will happen. It's going to be a very, very long time until we get another eclipse that long. Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be a massive energy shift. And this solar eclipse on the 12th of August 2026, and this window, this eclipse portal that we're going to be in, is really the seed point to prepare us. We need the things that are going to be cleared out of this in this window to be ready for next year. That's what I'm getting a sense of. Something big is going to happen next year, and I don't know the details, obviously. I'm kind of getting a sense that if I knew too much, people aren't meant to know the details. It will happen. The universe absolutely knows, and my guides are sort of like, yeah, you sometimes knowing is not helpful. It would actually put a block, because our human brains then try and analyze and control how things go. And actually part of this process is moving away from that and letting go of the conditioning that keeps us locked in our heads and drops us into our hearts. So 2027 is going to be the big one. But this year, the more you work with these energies, and the more that you come into alignment with what your heart really wants, rather than what your head's conditioned you to want, the more you will move into the new ways of being and be ready for next year and what's coming. Everything's changing right now. Everything is changing in the world right now. And the only thing you get to control is you. And the only way to navigate being you, and believe me, I've had to learn this the hard way myself, is by following your heart, not your head, and letting go of the conditionings and releasing those. No, it's not easy, but it's absolutely possible. Believe me, I'm living proof of that. That's why I do the work I do, because I want you to experience the level of joy that I have in my life. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make the world a happier place, one joyful person at a time. That message came to me about 4 years ago now, before I even set up my business. And that's what I'm here for. And it's still true now. That's my purpose in this lifetime. So I have gone on for a lot longer than I planned to with this one, but it's felt very right and very aligned, and we've done a lot of work here. Trust yourself, give yourself permission to dream whatever it is you dream, and use it. Ask the universe to help you. That's how you manifest right now. That's how you make your dreams a reality, and go big. This is not a time for playing small. If you're sitting there going, oh, in my business, what I really want is 20k months, but I'm only on 6 at the moment, so I better only ask for 10. No, 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 no. Go for the 20. If that's what you really want, go for the 20. Whatever it is, Whatever it is, dream big. Don't play small. Go with the real dreams that are in your heart, not the ones you think you ought to have or want to give yourself permission to have. Keep it real, keep it from the heart. That's the true of everything. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Oh, we're in such a powerful time right now. It's momentous, and it is an honor and a privilege to be here with you on this. If you haven't already, I think I said this earlier, but I can't remember. So, because I sort of zone out of my brain and go into waffling from my heart. That's what I do on these videos. I never have any scripts. I just start and see where it takes me. That's why they end up quite long, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And thank you for being here if you are as well. If you haven't already, I was going to say, please do subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference to how many people get to see this. It really does have an impact, and I would be deeply grateful if you would, if you haven't already. And like this video as well. If it's been of any use to you, drop me a comment. Let me know. Book an expansion audit with me. They're free, by the way. They're totally free. The link's below here. Yeah. How are you doing? What are your dreams? What are you dreaming about? Let me know. Come and tell me in the comments or reach out to me individually. I'm going to leave this here. I am wishing you the most beautiful, beautiful manifestation, Lionsgate Portal energies. I'm going to be back really soon with some more stuff. I'm feeling into more about that solar eclipse. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm just letting it flow. I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much joy. Take care, and I will be back with you soon.